Happy Friday, all. Thanks again for joining me for another craft night with friends here. So, tonight I am going to be hopefully finishing my Swan zipper pouch. We got the cute little insides going, the lining. The trick tonight is going to be sewing the zipper on a curve. So, that is the plan. We're going to at least get this zipper done. I'm hoping to get the whole thing done tonight. So thanks for joining me. My name's Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can just relax and craft together. And I'm here for about an hour. All right, let's get going on this. Okay, here we are, everyone. So happy Friday, all. So we're going to attempt to put this together tonight, and I actually polled people on TikTok on what they thought would be the best way to sewing TikTok, what would be the best way to attach the zipper, and I know you guys had some good suggestions, and they corroborated those. So what I think we're gonna do to put all, because this layer has to go onto this layer, like all these guys gotta go together, and that's like a huge chunky layer, right? So what we're gonna do, I think the consensus was to use pins versus clips, just because you can get more precise. I did watch a YouTube video and they use clips, but I thought we'd try pins first. And the second consensus was to snip into the zipper a little bit to help fold around the curve. Because if you can see that, it's stretching, and we need the little snips in there to help expand that edge. So we're going to give that a try as well. So let's get going. And you guys, I am going to, if you want to see a process a little bit, I'm going to do final TikTok of how we did the zipper. So I will be having my trusty phone here, and we will be taking some video along the way. And then tomorrow you can see what it looks like as a TikTok. There we go. So stay with me there. I think that'll be kind of fun, so you can just see a little bit of what I'm shooting while we do it. So, all right, to set a few things up, I want to prep some pieces here. And the first thing I'm going to do to prep is sew the zipper ends together. So this is I typically do this for other zipper pouches, and I just find it just easier to get that end together, because we'll be moving this zipper quite a bit, and I don't want these flying around everywhere. I want them attached. So first things first, I'm going to sew that zipper end. All right, so let's just give that a try. I think I'll only be doing some filming of, get this out, I haven't sewn in a little while. I'm only going to do video, I think, of trying to attach this zipper, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going back and forth over this little spot here. So I don't have a zipper foot, so that's going to be a challenge for this tonight. But my foot is kind of thin, so I'm hoping it works. Oh, Patty, I am, you have to download the app, or you can probably actually go to TikTok just online too, but to get the real experience, you have to download the app. And I'm Penguin and Fish, all one word, on TikTok. And if you have not been on TikTok before, just beware, it takes a couple days to curate it, but just to like your liking, but after that it's awesome. So start doing some searches for like sewing and embroidery, or like, you know, gardening, some fun things that you like, and you'll quickly have a feed that is just so fun and just for you. All right, so I have that sewn, that edge. So then the next thing I'm going to do is mark the middle. I thought that was a great tip from yesterday. So I'm going to mark the middle on all of these pieces. So let's just, I'm just going to kind of fold it, grab my little pen here, and let's actually video that, right? We're going to show doing the middle here. So just mark in the middle. So there we go. That's me getting content for TikTok. I'm just gonna fold this edge a little. I'm gonna get the middle on all of these. It's totally silly, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. Fun to play around with that tonight with you guys. Come on, guy. There we go. And last piece here. I don't know if that's doing a really good fold. Oh yeah, that was fine. Is that the middle? Yeah, I think this is more our middle. We already kind of drew the middle here. That's going to be our middle. And then the last up, we want the middle of our zipper. So I'm kind of lining up the two plastic ends. And let's just do a video. Oh, Sylvia says she's never seen TikTok. So I'm folding it in half. And now we can unfold in theory and get the lines. There. That's all there is to it, people. I obviously won't do this all the time, but I thought it'd be fun just tonight if you guys wanted to see just grabbing some video, little itty bitty clips like that, and all of a sudden you can make a TikTok. All right, so we found the center. So this is so I can line up the edges. Ooh, where'd you come from? So I can line up the edges so they're all the same. And I got to think about how this works again now. So let's see. This would go... Let's see. Okay. These go right sides together, so they flip around like that, and then this would be right side together with that, so it flips inside out. Okay, that's the process. I always get like which side do we do, but this is how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna do the front piece up, and then we're gonna do the zipper down, and then the lining piece down, and I think that's what we'll sew, unless we should do it this way. Maybe we should do it this way, just to make sure I'm getting through all of this. So this guy down like so. And you know, I kind of have little cut edges. Maybe we'll just go to that sewn little shape. I think that'll be fine. But what I want to do is snip into these edges first, because we're going to be stretching it like this, and it needs somewhere to go. So we're just going to get a few little snips in there. We'll get a little bit of filming of that, and then we will be good to go. So just tiny little snips, and I'm only going to do very little because I don't have a zipper foot. I see there now we should be able to have some stretch. See how it opens up just a hair? I think I got to do a little bit more, but I don't want to do them too far because I don't have a zipper foot, so I'm not actually going to get super close to the zipper. A zipper foot just allows you to get close to a zipper so you can make the zipper almost invisible. But in my case, first of all, I don't want the zipper super invisible because it's such a cute freaking zipper, and I also can't get very close to the zipper because I don't have a special zipper foot to get close. So we're just going to put just tiny little bits in, but I think it'll help. So 2 people and a few people here have recommended it. Oh, Kathy, it should be on Facebook. There are people on Facebook watching. So if you don't see it, Kathy, on the Penguin and Fish Crafters group, check just our main Penguin and Fish page. It's supposed to automatically share to the group, but maybe it didn't. All right, so I'm getting that side, and I might as well get this side right away too. Ugh, you guys, it has been so warm and muggy, so we've had the air on, but now I'm like hot and cold at the same time. So I put this sweatshirt on because I was a little chilly, but now I'm like super warm again. I wish we could just open all the windows. I mean, obviously we could, but it's so humid, and we're working here all day long and stuff too. It's just time to get that air going. All right, so that should do it, I think. We're going to get a little bit more flex from those being cut. I mean, not really a whole lot, but that's okay. I think that'll be good. Okay, so now I gotta think this through again. Okay, these are kind of right sides together, and then the zipper would be right sides together with the front. And I want the zipper to pull from this side. Is that normal? I think it's normal to have it pull like from left to right. I don't know. All right, so I want to match these centers. Just thinking. I think I am going to. Should I sew, do you think, with the lining on top? This kind of feels more comfortable for me. So with the lining on top. But I'm wondering if I'm not going to be happy with that later. So big on the bottom is typically. So this is probably the bigger. So let's flip. Let's go like this. Oh, you're saying like yes for right-handers. We pull from that side. Okay, so we should be right now. So I'm going to lay these centers. And on top of them being center, it should line up with this bottom piece too, right? Okay, first of all, let's go like this, that I can see a little bit more. There, now I can perfectly see where it lines up. So why don't we get the old guy out again here? Let's do a real close video of the centers lining up. Oh, that was a, oops, here we go. Oh, that's so funny. Thanks for hanging in there with me for that. All right, so I'm going just straight on. Let's get that pin in there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of keep curving. Let's just throw piles of pins in here, right? Oh, Kathy's saying that Facebook is frozen. Oh, well, it seems to be working on YouTube, so if any of you guys are having trouble with the Facey pages tonight, check the YouTubers. YouTubles. There we go. I think clips would probably be fine. Oh, so for some other people, YouTube is working, or Facebook is working fine. So if you're having trouble, just try reopening the app maybe. So we're going to take our time pinning. It's going to kind of be, we're going to have to kind of sew on a little arch, I think, too. Kind of going sideways just to avoid the zipper. Because it does not want to bend around these tight little parts here. We could go all the way down to the, I think we talked about that last night, going all the way down to the kind of where it closes. I still kind of like that idea. I suppose let's mark where we're going to close it. So I'm going to, I want it before the plastic, so I'm going to end it like right here. So I want to just make a note on the other side as well. All right, and let's do the same thing here. So we'll go till it's about this far. I think that'll be good. Force that in there. Gotta get a teeny bit of us pinning this puppy, but let's get this side done first. Oh, so Lynn, I'm with you. Lynn says, boy, I just can't see this. To me, the foxes will be upside down. Dyslexic curse. So I always have to play this out too. I have to like really visualize it. So one thing we can do is, we can kind of test it at this point. So in theory, this will be flipped around. So this will be the inside of this front piece. So it'll be like that. One way I think about it is for directional fabric like this, that the top, even when it's open and weird like this is the top of the bag, so their heads have to be going towards the top of the bag no matter where they're placed. So heads towards the top. Wow, this is really kind of bunchy, so hopefully I don't make a totally crazy lining piece, but let's just keep going, see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna get the quick pin video here. Then we can be done with that. Okay. Obviously, that one's gonna have to be redone, this little pin. One-handed pinning, that's not easy. So we're gonna have to do this to the other side too, but it should, in theory, according to people on YouTube, it should be easier. Because first of all, these will all be attached. Ooh, ouch, bit me. I like these skinny, these glass top ones are skinnier, so they're nice for this sort of stuff. Still wary on sewing this, but it'll be fine. The top stitching, when we get to that part, that's what's really going to clean it up. Oh, this silly zipper is going to get in our way. I think let's just kind of close it up for now. We're going to just go slow. Oh, Lynn, I'm the same way. I gotta check to make sure I get the directions right and all that, because it is a little mind bender when you flip things inside out and upside down, and it's like, wait, how is this gonna be? That's when I picture like sewing T-shirts and that sort of thing. That's what kind of gets me too. Is like, wait, it's inside out and upside down and right sides together or whatever. Like whatever it is, it's just like a lot of variables to have in my brain. I think I'm gonna attempt to work on this curve as I get to it. So we'll see. That might be stupid, but if it is, I can change it once we're there. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna start sewing. Theoretically, I'm gonna sew along here, but again, I don't have a zipper foot. Oh, and you know what? It's hard for me to even feel where the zipper is with all this padding. This might be a nightmare, but we'll see. I do want to kind of fix this lining. Seems like really bunched up here. I feel like I got to repin this one. I think I folded over the lining a little bit. Maybe that's a reason just to stay on the curve part. Maybe I'll just do that. I'm going to just stay on the curve and end on the curve. I kind of have little points where I can tell where that happens. Let's just do that. I'm not going to force this thing. All right, let's head to the machine. So Sylvia is saying, will the curved bag, I'm just going to shoot a little video of this quick. All right, will the curved bag have a bigger mouth? So theoretically, that's what I'm hoping. So this is my first curved bag. Maybe I should have prefaced with that. I'm going to take it off of this. I think we're going to do just a little back stitching without a starting piece. Oh, check the distance, 1/2 inch seam or 3/4 inch seam. You know what? I am going to just, so I have a different, I'm doing this differently than I normally would if I had a zipper foot, because a zipper foot, and this is also an invisible zipper, which, you can't see it there, and I think it's a little smaller. But normally a zipper foot would allow you to get right up in here, right? But I don't necessarily want that because I have a really pretty zipper. I want more of the zipper exposed. So I'm gonna err on being a little further out. So I think just to keep it simple, here we can kind of see with this little piece, I think I'm going to just sew with the edge on the edge of the fabric, or of the zipper here and of the fabric. So that would get me about right here. So I'll have theoretically about this much zipper exposed when I'm done, instead of this much. So a zipper foot would get you here. My foot, if I just go on the edge, will get me about here. So we should still see some polka dots, and I'll still have sewn with close to 1/4 inch, just a little less. So let's just give it a try. Some point we gotta just do it. So all right, I'm removing that first pin. And I'm gonna just go forward a little, back a little, tack it in place. And, oh yeah, so instead of feel, Sylvia, that's right, instead of feel, like my foot isn't bumping up right against the zipper like it normally would. Instead of feel, I'm gonna go by distance of this outer foot, and hopefully that'll work. And it's gonna be as good as it's gonna be. I mean, this is kind of a lot. Ooh, speaking of, where's my stiletto? That would be handy here. Stiletto! Okay, I don't see my new stiletto. So we're gonna use this guy here. Oh, things just disappearing. I like this guy too, though. I'm not sure I actually need it quite yet. This seems to be working pretty well. And I'm gonna film this next little bit here. You guys can see on that side. We will go right like this. So there you can see in there. We'll get a little bit of that going. All right. This is going, actually, it feels smooth. So I must be far enough. Actually, I think I'm right up against the zipper with this foot here. So this is actually going to work out just great, I think. The real cleanup is going to happen when we top stitch, I think. So we'll see. I'll show you how that will work next. All my pins I'm just throwing right there for now, just for it to be easy, but I do have that magnetic pin cushion, so I'll just zip them all up there when I'm done super easily. All right, this is actually, knock on wood, going well. Like, this feels smooth and simple, which is surprising. Thought this was going to be kind of a bear. I mean, it is annoying to do all these pins, that's for sure, but I think it's going all right. Okay, so I wanted to kind of end right here. This is my last pin, so here's where I thought, oh, maybe I can guide it now, and I think pinning it would have been maybe a better idea. So let's go one more stitch. Yeah, I wasn't quite down there. So I'm going to pivot. No, I'm not. I'm going to remove this pin because I think that's keeping me sideways. And let's rotate this a little bit. So, oh, I'm only going to go right to there, though. So that's fine. So actually, this guy isn't even going to be in my way because I'm going to unzip him later when I get there. So let's just see if I can sew this. Okay, yeah. They mentioned, oh, I just clip as I go or whatever on the YouTube I watched. I'm like, all right, maybe I can do that. But meh, I would have much rather. Ooh, see, now the zipper's in the way. Ugh, we're close enough. I'm going to just back tack here. Close enough to that edge. So normally at this point, you would move all this and you'd move the zipper out of the way, but I kind of did that too late. So I thought it was far enough down here that it wouldn't get in the way. Oh, I just pulled it a little bit more. It's not in the way. But normally when you get to about here, you'd open it up and then move that zipper out of the way because the zipper top can be just a pain. It's too fat. It's getting in the way of the foot. But in my case, it worked out fine because I am going to snip this a little bit smaller. So I think we're good. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Oh, let's grab all those pins quick. So just shoop it on through. Except for I got all these guys too. There we are. Okay, so next up we flip it around. Let's film that. This is silly doing this, but it's kind of fun, right? There, flipping it right side out. And we have the start of our zipper. There, so you can see we got the zipper in there. This will be the inside of the lining on one side. There, the zipper's in front, just how we wanted. I didn't sew that on upside down, so that's positive. This arc is actually really nice. I think this is looking super duper good. Okay, I'm really happy with this. And then, you know, this is the inside of this cover. We should have put a pocket in or something, but that's fine. So next up, we really want to get these in the down area, and I actually might press it. Normally, I'm not sure if I always would, but we got all that batting that we flipped upside down and stuff too. So how this stays in place and doesn't be all crazy is top stitching it. So we're going to actually go back to the machine. Maybe I can just pull on this and have it be enough. But we're going to go back to the machine, and I'm going to just like 1/8 of an inch in or so on top, and you'll be able to see these stitches. Sometimes you could do a different color so it's even more decorative. I think I'm going to just keep pulling this down. I'm not going to iron it. But yeah, so I'm going to sew on the edge there, and then at that point we will have a clean finish. This will lay flat, but this is totally 100% freaking working, and I think it looks fabulous. So let's do that top stitching. Okay, so let's wrap my brain around this part again. And I can still kind of just keep my zipper out of the way, I think. Actually, it might be helpful to get it out of the way up here first. Ugh, if I can, I'm going to keep it all the way down. Okay. So I kind of have the bottom stretched and this top stretched. And I'm going to just go about 1/8 of an inch in. I'm going to just try and keep the foot to the center. If that makes sense. Oops, that's backwards. Let's go forward. But I will do a little back tack in here. Kind of lock my thread in place. This is a nice light colored thread. I think we'll be fine. So I'm going to go a little bit. This is maybe a little further than I wanted, but I just want to make sure that that back fabric is tight along here. So with the foot down, I just want to grab it a little bit. I think we're totally fine. It's the lining anyway, so it will be good. All right. Filming some top stitching. Oops. There we go. So much filming everywhere. It's crazy. So there we go. You can kind of see how it flattens it out there. So we have sewing on each side, and it's just making like a nice finish to it. So let's just, again, make sure that my fabric is all pulled nicely here underneath. I think this is looking great. So we're actually holding down a zillion layers of batting and stuff here because it's folded over. So we have at least 2 layers of batting, and then we have the, now 4 layers of between the front and the back fabric, and then like 2 layers of the lining. So this is quite a bit of stuff here. But this machine, these old machines are crazy awesome. Like it's like butter. It's not having any trouble whatsoever going through all these layers. Okay, I think where it gets a little goofier is on this curve. So I think just give that a little pull. We're definitely going to be in the good enough territory, that's for sure. It's actually going much more smoothly than I was expecting. I was thinking this curve was going to be quite the challenge, but it is, it is slightly annoying, but it's not crazy annoying. So that's more positive than I was thinking. All right, let's look at it here. There we go. Let me just trim these ends so they don't get out of hand. Okay. So there's the inside. It would actually be more like this, right? And the outside. Ugh, that looks good. So when we open it, it would be like so. You'd peek in. There's that nice finished edge there. Looking great. It's really looking nice. And look at all those pretty dots that we get to see. It really goes with as well. So, all right, let's attempt to do the other side now. This will not stay like this. We'll eventually like open this up again and you'll see why. But for now, this just needs to stay out of the way while we work on the second side here. So now I got to do my brain figuring again. So this would be on the bottom. Ultimately, right sides go together, but the right side has to go, the right side of the front. Oh yeah, this makes sense. So all these centers would go together. So then this would flip this way and we'd have our both sides. Okay, I think we got it. Let's go this way though so we can pin it. Here, let's shoot a little video of putting this together. I actually don't think that this is going to be a very long TikTok here. We'll go right there so you can see. That's it. All right, let's line these edges. So now this is already on this curve, which you know, is a little annoying again, but it kind of is going where it wants to be now a little bit, which is good. Okay, yeah, I had this on the top last time. Okay, so I lined up those points. Do you need the other lining piece? The other lining, oh yeah, the other lining piece is right here. So I have the other lining piece, it's underneath. So it's the lining piece and then the zipper put on the lining piece, both of them right sides up. So lining piece right side up, zipper right side up, and the back piece right side down. Ugh. You know what? I think I'm going to just pin this on the curve. It wants to just be up like this. I think I'm going to just pin it like that too. Actually, I might do it this. Nope, still easier this way. It just wants to be up. Unless I force it. Ugh. There we go. I guess that's together. I think it'll be easy to sew, but this part's annoying. Check to see that the front, the back edges are even. Deborah's saying that. So I think we should be fine. So we should all be lined up at the bottom here a little bit. I think we'll be good. Once I'm straight with the zipper, I think we're fine. We're gonna be close enough that it'll be okay, I think. Well, for me, it's a little more difficult to be exact with like all this poof, but I think we'll be fine. So what I do want to do is like start and stop at this point at the same time, but even that is not going to be the end of the world if we don't get perfect. The next part, when we sew the sides together, that will help solve anything. And really that top stitching is just what makes it all come together too. Actually, I could pin to the bottom first and then pin to the top, but I think I'm getting it together. And we're going to about here. So this little end is a bigger turn. So we'll just put more pins there. Force that puppy in there. Okay. that's pretty good, like so. Alright, that side looks great, theoretically. Let's get this other side. I think this is the least enjoyable part, 100% for sure. But it gets us there. I just gotta get situated again. I'm trying to get it flat on the table. Oh, see now there, that works better. And then I can get this flat on. Should have maybe tried that for the other side, but okay, this feels right. This is what I should be doing. I gotta grab that edge. Oh, Jenna's saying, love the how to make that's a TikTok tutorial in here too. Yeah, we're getting. I'm basically just gonna do it of the zipper, I think. Yeah, we'll shoot the rest of it too. And I know we're kind of running late already, but I would kind of like to try and finish this, so I might just keep going tonight till this is done. Oops, I didn't catch that. Didn't catch the back piece there. Be awesome to get this going. There, let's film as if I'm putting in that last pin. There you go. So I got all my little videos here kind of racking up in here. So we'll put all those together later. Yeah, I gotta go a little farther here. Just a little. Yeah, I gotta get this right this side because I'll be starting on this side now. So let's try and force these together. It's a little harder to manipulate now because we have all of the top stitching, all these layers together here. Okay, this might be a tiny, or lots of, actually I'm gonna redo this one. This might be lots of little pins going in here. Okay, that looks good still. It's this little bit around the curve. Yeah, if I was making like a zillion of these for like Christmas presents or something, ooh, stabbed myself. I would be doing all these straight edges because it'd be way faster. But I wanted to try a curved one. Never done one before, so here we are. So I don't know. YouTube lady said this would be easier this way, but I'm finding it a little bit more difficult to go around these tight curves. There, that's what I should do. Shush this stuff away in the middle. Then this can lay flat. Get the zipper out of the way. can actually get a pin in there. Yeah, let's try and get them both. All right, I think we're going to just start to try and sew right there. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we're going to just want to make sure that the other zipper side is out of the way. So let's just go. Let's just try it. It might be a little lower down than the other side, but I think we'll still be okay. I think a lot of this issue we'll be able to solve when we sew the two sides together. So I'm just gonna work on trying to get this in here without continuously stabbing myself. There we go, let's get this arch going. I'm gonna remove that pin, try and force this way a little bit. Let's just see where this gets us. I think that's where we're at this point. Okay, so now I'm just kind of lifting up this whole thing to kind of keep this curve a little bit. We should be at minimum catching something with being in this like 1/4 inch or so. If I have a super big, like, weird mistake happen or whatever, then maybe we'll stop for the night. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. But in general, I think we're going all right here. Love to finish it up. Some of these pins are being a little crazy. Yeah. It's just plain gonna get tough to get down in here. I think that's the deal. So I'm just gonna stop right there and we'll see how that works. Actually, with the top stitching, we'll be able to go further, so maybe it would have been better for me to just kind of stop. Let's see. Scissors, and let's pick up all these. Oh, we got a broken guy. Or a bent one. Let's just keep that out of the mix. All right. So we should be able to flip this, give that a little film. Okay, that did not. We won't use that shot. That was weird. I need 2 hands for this, but there we go. I think we have it figured, you guys. So we did it. So that was the hardest part there. We can get a little sense of it now. You'll open it up. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. That inside is cute. So what top stitching it also does is gets it so that the inside fabric is far away, because like if I kept zipping, I'd probably zip some of that fabric into it, but that top stitching holds it down really nicely. So I'm just gonna try and keep it out of the way. There we go. Let's top stitch this second side here. Ooh, that's gonna be kind of crazy. We're gonna have to start from this side. really pull on this. I'm thinking this is going to be a whole lot easier with the zipper open. So let's give that a try, because then this can just kind of be folded out of the way, theoretically. So all right, let's go for this. Just got to make sure that this stuff is out of the way. Okay, I think we're can start decent enough. If this side gets a little weird, then that's not the end of the world since it's the back. But, you know, I want it to be nice still. Pull that lining piece. Let the machine do the work. And just get that lining piece pulled every once in a while. There we are. All right, I'm gonna film. Oops. Good enough. Teeny tiny bits of filming will do the job. So I'll probably, I'll post the TikTok tomorrow, most likely. So, but if you go to my TikTok today, you can see my latest post was me asking, the sewers of TikTok to help me out, and a few wrote back. I was unsure whether to use pins or clips. I should have maybe tried clips the second time through just to see the difference, but I went with pins. I do think that trimming the zipper a hair was helpful. This is the big job right here. After this, it's super duper easy. We do have the extra little weirdness of this boxed bottom. And there's a couple ways to do the boxed bottom. I chose the way where we, where it's cut out first. Maybe that's not the easiest way. I don't know. I think it's perhaps a more accurate way, but that's debatable, I suppose. All right, see now I can play with that zipper. Now I can get the zipper in the exact spot that I want it. So I didn't have to struggle with it so much earlier. I could have just waited for the top stitching. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, let's back tack there. All right, that's that. We have a zipper. Ugh, that is like totally it for the zipper. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's zip it on back together and see what we got. Just getting rid of the little fuzzles. It's a little awkward because, you know, we got that extra bloop in there. But there we go. So top stitching on this side. Top stitching on the other side looks pretty decent. There we go. That is the big start to our zipper pouch. I just kind of want to show that too. Looks good. All right, so now we move on to the next stuff. So what do I do about the zipper ends? I will take care of those in the next step. So the biggest thing to remember about this step is that you need to unzip the zipper a little bit. Because you're actually going to be turning it right side out through that zipper later. I'm not going to go all the way to the end. I want the zipper to be within the area and out of my sewing area, but I need it big enough that I can flip this whole thing right side out. So open the zipper. That's super duper important. We are going to kind of lay this flat now And I'm actually going to grab both lining pieces and put those together. And then I'm going to grab both of these, the front and back pieces, and put those together. So normally we would just sew all the way around the outside, but we got these little feet out of this. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put these two sides together, and I'm going to just sew along the edge here. And then I'm going to put these two sides together, but I'm only going to sew here and here because I need a hole in the lining so I can turn it all right side out later. So I'm going to do that. And then lastly, I'll sew all the way along this edge here. So, yep, that's what we're going to do first. I don't know, should I keep filming this? I was just going to film the little zipper part, but now I'm like, maybe we should just film this whole thing here. So, all right, I'm going to go down those sides first and then here, but we're going to leave the little bit of a gap there. Just to reiterate. All right, let's do it. I don't even think I need pins or anything for this now. Let's just get ends together. I'm going to back tack still. Ugh, this is the exciting part. This is the, like, we're almost done part. I can't believe I'm this close to having a finished project. That is so awesome. This has been sitting around for ages and ages. It's just because we had all that hand quilting, so that was its own deal. So, all right, I'm going to leave a space in this one. I got to remember that. That's super important because we're going to be turning it right side out. Ooh, where'd the ends of my... Get out of there. We're going to be turning it right side out through this lining piece. Grab the phone again. Good enough. And I think that's about as, maybe a little farther. That's about as far as I'm going to go. All right. I'm just going to snip that close. Snip these right away too. And then let's get way down here. Leaving that hole. We'll sew that up later, that hole, but for now. For now, I need that gap there. Excellent. All right, so now I'm going to, so we have this bottom sewn up and we have this bottom sewn up. Now I'm going to, I have the all of this poof pointed towards the outside, and you can see I'm actually even folding up the zippers a little bit to the outside. They'll want to go to the outside like that. Like so. And I'm actually going to now sew straight along this edge. I'm going to sew over the zipper, right over the zipper. And they're nylon zippers, so they should be able to handle this. And because I have these ends sewn, I don't even need clips because it's all kind of in place. So we're just going to go zoop down to the end here, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So that's next step. Oh yeah, it's 9:30 already, but we're gonna keep going. We are so close, you guys. For real. We are, yeah, we probably actually have about 20 minutes yet, so thanks for bearing with me here. because we got these box corners to go to, but I want to get this done. All right, I do want to get sewing over this zipper though. Ooh, it needs a little help. I'm going to help it instead. Ooh, why does it need help though? I think it's just getting thick. I'm going to back it up a hair. No, I don't have the, it's just getting real thick, so I just need to help it through. We're just gonna go slower. I'm gonna just really kind of leave it at the edge here. Let's just help it over this thickness. There we go. It's going. And now we can jump to this lower side. It's just so much thickness because it is that batting. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting here. I think we work there. It's tough to go from such a tall thing to such a short thing. We'll see how well it does. I think we're going to be fine. At worst, I can put a couple extra stitches there later. But it is what it is at this point. All right. So you have this edge here. We're actually just going to cut that off later. So that's what we're going to do with the excess. We're just going to do nothing. We're going to just chop it away. All right, and I'm going to start going from the thick to the thin again, just to keep it consistent. I'm hoping this works. We'll see soon enough. We got to do these box pleats, or this, not box pleats, these, well, I guess these boxed corners before we turn it right side out again. All right, I'm just gonna make sure that this is close to being together, these zipper pieces. I think close enough. So this is where I'm gonna have to help it along again, I think. Oh, I'm not sure we lined that all that well, but we'll figure it out. All right, so that part's done. So next up, we actually just need to fold these corners, like I'm kind of pulling them apart. So we're matching those seams up, like so. You can even nest them together, and then we're gonna just sew across that edge. So this is that square. See, like if it's folded like that, but if we pull it out again, all we have is our little square, so we're just kind of like squish them together like in 3 dimensions now, not just the flat 2D way. We are pulling it outward like so, and we can nest those seams. Actually, we should probably make them both flat. Let's make the seams flat. There we go. And now you can just sew across the edge. It's a little awkward because your piece is folded really funny at this point. But this is how we get, one way to get those little boxed bottoms. Let's see if we're lined up here still. There we are. so we just need to do this for all 4 corners, and then we're done. Then we're for real done. I guess we gotta trim off that zipper yet. There we go. So there is our goofy boxed bottom. There, so it makes, once we pull it out again, we got it square like that. So let's do the same thing over here. Here's our little mouth. We're gonna open that up like so, and flatten those seams out and get those together. Ugh, come on. Oh, yep, correct, Gretchen, correct. So yeah, so we did do that. We did the that other the scissors. The scissors bag. We did that totally different. That was a totally different technique. That we didn't have a lining, and we just covered the stitches, the edges with binding tape, or like a bias tape. Whereas this is more traditional. I mean, we are adding these box corners. We'll have to do maybe next week just to show you the most, since I keep doing like crazy things with these pouches. I should do like the most basic, just zipper pouch. It'll feel familiar to this, but it'll be without all the extra curves, without all that. So maybe next week, since we do have time next week, maybe I'll do, like on Monday, we can make like the super simplest zipper pouch. You can actually like do a ton of them all at once, because you can cut them all really quickly and everything. They make great, excellent gifts. And they're so easy. And if you want a box bottom, you can even get one of those in there easily too. So maybe we'll do that on Monday. So there we go. We got 2 box bottoms there. We got to do the same thing up on top here. So now this is going to be tough because this is extra poofy. It's fine. Trick is just getting the whole thing flattened out. There, I want to make sure we get the boxed bottoms here. Good enough. Again, feeling in an awkward position here, but it's gonna totally come together. Okay, I'm flat all the way here. Okay, good. One more. All right. Oops, and I broke my top thread here. Oh, we're fine though still. Oh, Amy's asking if I remembered to return all my blue clips to my mom. I did, so I on purpose borrowed those blue Wonder clips from my mom, so I would know, because I don't have any, so I'd know that I was borrowing hers, because she had multicolored clips, and I didn't have any of the blue. And I did. I made sure to return them. She got them. All right, let's flatten this out. Oh, this one feels better. Get in there. Gotta help the machine a little bit. All right, this is our last little seam here, you guys. We are just about done. Ugh, I can't wait to see it. We'll see how these box pleats end up being. So the nice thing about pre-cutting these, not box pleats, but box corners, pre-cutting them is that it's easy to line up the edges. If we didn't do this, we'd have to squish it together and we'd have to do a whole lot of measuring and make sure that we're sewing straight and all that. This kind of gets rid of a lot of that thinking. So, all right, now we have this off the machine. Got our little box corners. All right, so the next part we are going to just cut off. I'm going to get the big old scissors. We're going to just cut off this excess. So we don't need any of this excess zipper. It's all sewn in now, so it should be fine. Just cutting right through. And again, it's that like nylon, so it cuts through like nothing. All right, here we are. This is it, wrong side out. So remember, we unzipped the zipper. So there's a hole going through here because there's no zipper pulled all the way shut. So that was important. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to turn this inside out. And the hole in the bottom that we left. So now I can just kind of, we can just kind of turn it right side out. And let's just kind of show a little bit of this too. Oh, Darlene, good night. Darlene's phone is dying. All right, so this is implying turning it right side out. Again, not a one-handed thing. Let's squish it through. All right, so now we should have the front. And then the lining we just squish into here like so, but first we have to now close that lining. So I'm going to hop over to the machine, but look, there's our little boxed bottom. Look how freaking cute that is. Actually, I might just let's keep pushing out the bottom here. So there we go, there's our box corners. Oops, that did not get lined up. So technically this seam should line up perfectly with this seam. So that one we didn't do a very good job at, but this one's dang perfect. So we have one perfect, nice, beautiful seam. This one got way off, but I'm sure it's fine. Ooh, this one, that we did kind of funny. I think it's cute still. Let's sew this bottom shut. So I'm just going to kind of fold those seams to the inside. And I actually might throw a pin in the middle there. This is kind of a big hole, but it was very helpful to turn right side out. There, let's throw a pin right here. Just by stretching this as we sew, it'll kind of come together. There, great. So this will be a visible seam, but it's at the bottom of your lining. So in theory, who's looking at that? There'll be stuff in this little pouch. There, and we're going all the way to here. Just make sure you're sewing both edges. You should be good. To there. Okay, let's back tack that. Yeah, I think on Monday we will do a super simple zipper pouch. I have a few extra zippers. I think that'd be a fun thing. So we've done a few types of zipper pouches, but we haven't done the easiest one. I've always been adding a little something extra. So all right, we did that lining piece, and now all we gotta do is push it in, and we can like push out those little corners that we did on the lining too. Ah, it's cute. Let's snip this quick. All right, and we can zip it shut. I think we kind of maybe did something weird on the edges here, so that there was probably a different way to do that, but it's actually pretty cute. So there we go, a little arched zipper pouch, and if we fill it up with stuff, then that'll be good. Yeah, I maybe want to redo that little area there. I'm wondering if we shouldn't have folded it to the edge there. I don't know. I might undo this seam here a little bit and play around with it, but I probably won't. I think let's just call it done. But there we go. Little zipper pouch. I love how it's kind of square. Yeah, the back's a little funny, but there we go. The one last thing to do is to spray down. I'm going to try and get rid of the, I'm going to video a little bit, but I'm going to try and get rid of the little blue lines. But all in all, we got ourselves a cute little zipper pouch here. All right, one last thing I might do too is put a little tassel on. I do like doing that, but let's open it up. So cute. All right, you guys. All right, so we finished it. It is our little boxed bottom zipper pouch. There we are. Yeah, I think I did something a little goofy on these edges there. I might have to do some more research on finishing these edges up. I mechanically think I know what I did wrong, but I don't know what I would do instead. So that's what I gotta figure out. But cute, I am loving it. I think it's actually fine as is. It adds some dimension to it, but I love that arc. The arc just really goes with the head of the swan too. I think we centered it in there nicely. So fun! Yeah, it definitely needs a little tassel, I think, just to add that extra little bit of something. So maybe we'll do that on Monday as well, just adding a little tassel to it. So awesome, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for this long Friday. We went like 10 or so minutes over, but this is a long-term project that's finally done, and I'm really, really happy with it. Look how little and cute it is. All right, you guys, thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. And yeah, we will be sewing the simplest version of a zipper pouch. So if you have a spare zipper and some fabric for a lining and an outside, we'll do something up real quick. We'll cut it and we'll do everything based on whatever zipper size you have. You can always shrink a zipper. I'll show you how to do that too. We'll do that on Monday. I think it's time for just a straight and easy zipper pouch. All right, you guys, have a wonderful evening. I said it 3 times, but for real, have a good weekend. Good night.